Washington is awash in noise. Sirens, construction, and politics, a blaring soundscape of everyday life. Blending with that symphony is Gallaudet University, the world's only bilingual liberal arts university for the deaf and hard of hearing. Less than 2 miles from the capital, this university is like any other, with historic architecture, an exuberant mascot, and innovative research labs. But look closer, and you'll notice what makes it unique. DC native Carrie Burns and Trinidadian Chelsea Hilaire are 2018 graduates who chose Gallaudet because it was barrier-free for them.
Being that this is a deaf university, there's so much access for me here that I wouldn't have experienced at another hearing institution.
The university fosters accessibility with designs like U-shaped classrooms for signing discussions, walls that contrast with skin tones so signers don't blend into the background, and flashing lights doorbells.
Being immersed in a deaf community allowed me to expand my skills. It'd be harder to do so with other people who aren't like me. So I was able to find my skills and my passion because of the opportunities afforded to me.
It's also very accessible for visitors.
Come in without using your voice for the entire time that you're here. Simply try to come and use gestures to be understood. You don't need to know sign language. You can simply gesture or even write back and forth with people.
The Welcome Center, Student Academic Center, and Museum are open to all who want to learn more about deaf culture. With cannon still booming in the Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln signed Gallaudet's charter the same day the Senate passed the 13th Amendment abolishing slavery.
And that was actually the first time in the history of the world in which deaf people were given access to a college education and a place of higher learning.
And the 1988 DPM protests, short for Deaf President Now, was pivotal.
For 124 years at that point, there had never been a deaf president on this campus. It was always run by a hearing individual.
And Gallaudet's impact echoes beyond the deaf community.
And it sort of served as a groundswell that led to other discussions among other groups about rights. And shortly thereafter, ADA was passed, the American with Disabilities Act.
Gallaudet was also influential to NASA's understanding of motion sickness in space and on the gridiron, where its football team invented the huddle to prevent opposing teams from seeing their signs.
Visitors will also be impressed by timeless architecture and sculptures like this one, which was also designed by the same artist that did Abraham Lincoln's memorial statue.
If you've never been to Gallaudet or even heard about Gallaudet before, you haven't seen one of the wonders of the world.
The campus may not be a typical tourist attraction, but Gallaudet University continues to make advances for both the deaf community and Washington, D.C. Symphony, demonstrating that in a world of sound, this Washington wonder speaks volumes. For NBC News, I'm Dasha Lee Hamilton.